So when you saw this theme for this event, intimacy, mindset, and wealth, attracting abundance, I don't know what came to your mind. But let me tell you that I've come to a point in my life where I like order. Are we together? Are we together? Builders, if I ask a question, please, let's be excited. Are we together? Good. I love order. I like things that are simple and easy to understand. And our God is a God of order. Are we together? Think about it. When you go into a company, you are given an onboarding plan. Abi? So that you're not confused about what you're doing. Are we together? Have you ever joined a company and they just say resume on Monday and then you just resume and you start working? No, there's an onboarding plan. If you join a new department, there's what? There's an SOP, standard operating procedures. So I like to follow order. I've come to a point in my life where I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to jump from pillar to post. I want to do one or two things so well that I will get results. Are we together on that? Are we together on that? Imagine coming to this venue and they tell you, follow this road, follow that road, follow that road. I don't care if there's traffic on that road. I don't care if I want to just follow what? This road. So order, it is the intentional sequence in which life, purpose, and processes are designed to function so that there is alignment, clarity, and results without chaos. Everything I want to do in my life, and I'm sure everything you want to do in your life, you want to make sure you have what? Results. Can you say after me, results? Say it again, results. You want results. So it is very important that the things you do are sure things that give results. It is very painful at a certain time and age in your life to be doing something that you will not get results in. Waste of time, waste of money, waste of efforts. So now, when we know that this is the order of things, you can see from when a woman is pregnant, the child is born, they become a baby, they become a toddler, they become a young toddler, look at the process. Just a very straightforward order. Have you seen a baby being born today and tomorrow they're already in a wheelchair as old? Has that ever happened? Has that ever happened? That's not the order and the sequence of things. Example of order, what do you see on your screen? What do you see on your screen? Let's say it together. Is that not very straightforward? Isn't it straightforward? 1 + 1 equals to what? Simple. It means that to get 2, you need 1 and 1, right? Is that not simple? You know, these days I have a 2-year-old daughter, so now the way I like to teach so that babies can understand, like anybody can understand. 1 + 1 is equals to 2. Very simple. Next slide, please. What does the next slide say? Seed plus soil is equal to what? Let's say it again. Simple. So it means if you see a plant now, what created this plant is seed and soil. Abi? Is that not straightforward? Guys, ginger me a little bit. Is that not a straightforward calculation? Because I don't like calculation these days that they will have to say, you have to do this one, do this one, do this one. They don't complicate things. Let's make it very simple for people to understand. What's the next order? Let's read it together. 1 to go. So once you see an iPhone, don't mind me, I'm a Samsung girl forever, don't worry. I'm an Android addict, so there's nothing you can do about it. But when you see an iPhone, somebody invented it, correct? And he used his company to create the infrastructure. Are we together in the calculation? So if you see any phone, it didn't just jump from the sky. It was manufactured and created by something. Are we together? Beautiful. And now let's go to the final order. So, if 1 + 1 is equal to 2, and seed and soil is equals to plants, and Steve Jobs and Apple Technologies equals to iPhone, the question is, you that you're sitting down here, how did you come about? Who created you? Can we, is there anybody doubting that answer? Who created you? I think I didn't ask the question well. There must be something we're missing here, right? Is there anything we're missing here? Is it the order of things? God equals to what? You. There's no plus anything with God. God is just God. So there's no God plus anything equals to you. God created you. Are we on the same page with that? Good. So if God created you, what is your function here on earth? A lot of people have been asking that question around their purpose. I don't know my purpose. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm not sure. And it seems like there's always one confusing training around what purpose is not. I'm here to explain to you why the heck you are here on earth. And what's the answer? What's the answer? I'm not sure you've heard this one before. What's the answer? Do you disagree with me? Let me explain it to you. I think we use words very loosely. When you hear the word wealthy, first person that comes to your head is who? Dangote. Abi? Are we together? You associate wealth with money, with affluence, with influence. But you fail to realize that wealth is an intersection. It is the balance between the spiritual, the emotional, the mental, physical, and relational, operating at the highest level. That is wealth. Are we together? Does that make sense? If I was to have a child, I have a child, not if I was, I have a child. The reason she's here is for her to operate at her highest capacity across different verticals. Her spiritual, which is number one, mental, emotional, relational, all of them are all encompassing to create wealth. So wealth is something that it is not as if you are so spiritual, and you see that in Africa, so spiritual a continent. Everybody's praying. Am I lying? Everybody's praying, fasting, such a spiritual continent, but very, very low in innovation and results. You go to the West, they are quite low in the spiritual and in religion, but very high in innovation and infrastructure. Are we together? If you go, so it is a balance. I, as Jennifer, I am wealthy. Are we together? Can I tell you why I say I'm wealthy? Can I tell you why I say I'm wealthy? Because I think they've used that word as a word you need to constantly attain, look for. Hey, are you wealthy? Are you wealthy? No, I'm wealthy. First of all, because now my spirituality is grounded. 2, mentally, it is grounded. My health is on point. If I want to travel today, I won't beg anybody for money. If I want to eat, I can eat. I have love in my life. I have a meaningful relationship. I have children. I have a family. That is wealth. Are we together? However, I put a however there. There is wealth at different vibrations, which is there is a nice standard level of wealth, which we are grateful to God for, that I'm able to say that. But then there is a higher level of operation. So your job and your function is to continually rise in that level of operation. And that's why this definition is here. That wealth is multi-dimensional abundance. Can you remember the theme of today's event? Intimacy, mindset, and wealth. Abi? Attracting abundance. So it is multi-dimensional abundance that allows a person to do what? To live in alignment with what? Their highest values. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, materially. So they cannot see you. You don't have money, but yet you are healthy. You are not wealthy yet. You are so spiritual. You don't have money. You have wealth. You are not healthy. You're not wealthy yet. You can't be missing on any of the fronts. Are we together? There must be that what? Multi-dimensional balance. And it results in freedom, fulfillment, and the capacity to grow, to contribute, and to thrive. Guys, does this understanding of wealth, is it sparking something in your mind right now? Because you look at wealth at only money. We've seen people with the money, they've committed suicide. Money but miserable. Money but unhappy. Money but they don't have love. Love but they don't have money. Health but they are not, so it's almost like it's not a game. When God created you, he made you perfect. And he wants you to operate at that very nice balance where you're able to enjoy wealth and be wealthy. So how does one become wealthy? Would you like to get the answer to that, people? You're not gingering me. I will not tell you this thing. I'll just tell everybody I'm ending the presentation now. This is now the cocoa of the matter. Are you ready to get the answer? So ginger me very well. Are you ready to become wealthy? Yes. It's fitting me now. Thank you very much. Good. Now let's go back to the order of things. I told you I'm now teaching like a primary school teacher. Abi? If 1 + 1 is equal to what? And seed and soil is equal to what? Steve Jobs and Apple Technologies is equal to? God is equal to? Simple, Abi. What are the 2 core ingredients that can create genuine wealth? What are the 2 things that if you just focus on those 2 things this 2026, I promise you that you will be at the center, that multidimensional center of wealth. You may not be Dangote, but when you are standing and you are speaking, you look at somebody dead in the eye and you say, I am wealthy. Because you know that everything in your life has that balance. Are you ready to know what those 2 things are? Can you even guess? Maybe I'll dash the person that guesses well, 20K. What are the 2 ingredients? This is a class we're in. What are the 2 ingredients? God and what? And you. God and you will make you wealthy. How? Another answer? Did you go and get expo from this class? I don't understand. Put your hands together. Let me explain something to you. Intimacy with God and mindset is equal to wealth. I told you guys that I'm in a season in my life where I don't want to do too many things. Haven't you felt somehow, maybe when you're in church or somewhere, a religious place, they'll tell you have to pray, then you have to fast, then you have to sow, then you have to give, then you have to join church operations, then you have to, are we together? It's almost like, which one will I now do that? It's like I have to do everything at this point in time. Does that make you not feel somehow like, why is this thing so complicated? And that's not what God intended for it to be. That has been my personal revelation for the past 2 years. This is not God's plan. I have a child now. Why would I want my child to run around in circles trying to figure things out? There's already a system for things to be done in a very simple way. So why are we making this wealth something that is so much, work? No, I disagree. That's not God's intention. So intimacy plus mindset equals to wealth. Let's go into it. Can we read what's on the screen? If we can. Oh my God. See, you see the word intimacy is such an interesting word because it's a word you only use in things that have to do with a marriage or a relationship with lovers. Intimacy, you know what it is? You are naked in front of the person. Are we together? There's nothing to hide. Continual connection. I see my husband every day, whether I want to see him or I don't want to see him. Do you understand? You have to see each other every day. You share the same bathroom. You share the same everything. Like, if you're not ready for intimacy, then don't get married. Are we together? It is deep. How can you just stay, don't talk to your husband for the day? Even him, he'll chat you. So this morning, you didn't call me, Abi. So this afternoon just passed. You were eating. You didn't even ask if I've eaten. Are you seeing what intimacy does? You are constantly checking up on that person, and that person is constantly checking up on you. When I see topics, on Instagram or any channel, they're saying, don't touch people's phone. You don't even know what intimacy is. Intimacy is my phone is here. The guy can look at it, do what he wants to do, and go. Are we together? Like, the moment we have to start doing password, then let's have another different conversation. It's openness. It is closeness. It is deep. My husband knows things about me that none of you in this room will ever know. Are we together? Are you hearing what intimacy is? There's gist about me that he knows that he will take you to the grave, and gist about him I know. Are you see? And continual connection. If you've been in a relationship here and you don't talk to your girlfriend or do your wife for a day or two, do you know how it used to pain you? Does it happen to you? None of you are in relationships, builders. True Flutter is here. What's going on? On a serious note, hasn't it happened to you? When you're not talking to your girlfriend, this is how you just be. If the person even passes you, your heart just gets you want to die. When you now start talking to the person, it's like, ah. That is intimacy. But in this context, we're talking about intimacy with the one that made you. That's why he made you. He wants you to be. See this description I gave of a husband and a wife? That's what he wants. Daily, continual closeness and engagement. Does that make sense? Do you have intimacy now? Or are you just going to church? Let's be honest now. Because you have to probe yourself. Do you have intimacy today? Or you're just going to church? On Sundays, Wednesdays, church activities, events. Do you genuinely have intimacy? Where if you don't talk to God that day, it's like you're sick. What does intimacy include? See what I did. What did I write there? I said, see, Bible study is the most important form of intimacy because he is the word. Are we together? Somebody has told you, I am the word. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. Are we together? What else do you need to know again more than that? The person has already shown you the blueprint that this is, if you want to get to know me, this is me. Finish. Then the second he now talked about is prayer, which is the way you commune with him. And finally, if you open the word, which is him, and you pray, he will tell you things, and you simply what? Obey. Are we together? Does this mean, I don't understand. You wanted me to write a list of 10 things for intimacy? My husband loves me just because I'm me. Have you ever seen where you ask a guy, why do you love her? He's like, I don't know, I just love her. I just love him. Do you get where I'm coming from? He doesn't have to start saying, I love her because she's a good cook, and she's a this, and she's a that, and she's a that, da, 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 da. That's nice at a certain level of intimacy. But there's a level that when people even ask you, why do you love your wife? You even say, why are you even asking me? I like her. I don't know how to explain it again. Because it's difficult to put into words. The first is Bible study through the word. The second is through prayer. And the third is, when anything they tell you to do, just go and what? Do it. This event was an instruction. And don't be worried. Everything is going to be filled up. It's going to be packed up because this came by divine instruction and it's going to be done. And even if this event is just for one person, that's just the way God does his own. Just obey. It's not your business. Your own is just to do the one he asked you to do. Okay, this hall is full, for instance. What am I using the full hall to do? Is it to boost your ego or what? He said do the events. And you did the events. Are we together? He said leave that city. And you left that city. He said be with that person. Call that person and you did it. The outcome is not your business. He's the one that knows the outcome because you're following your manufacturer. Are we getting what relationship is? My husband can tell me, babe, leave that place and come to the house. They didn't bomb me well. I'll just tell everybody bye-bye and drop microphone and go. Are you following what I'm trying to say? That's what intimacy is. Following it for yourself, not what anybody says. Now I'll go to the next level. What's the next slide? What is mindset? I want you to just read the first line. No. The one in yellow. Mindset is. Now, this is the part I want to finish everyone here. Are you ready for it to be finished? Are you ready to be finished? This is the part. We've heard this word mindset and think positively. I mean, we've heard so many things. But the way I'm going to explain this to you today, if only you can apply this thing, I promise you, this will be the biggest blessing you've ever had in your life. What is the internal framework of the mind? Oh my God. I don't know how I'm going to explain this to you, but let's go to the next slide. I want you to play this video.
Sometimes I do it to visualize, and sometimes it's my subconscious that do it by himself. You visualize a few things, not even during the game, but during the period that you go to the stadium to warm up. So I go more prepared, because if you visualize before, you will be more prepared for that moment.
I have visualized everything from the color of my stiletto to my hairstyle to the choreography and movement, and no one has seen it except me.
I'm a huge visualizer and a manifester, so I literally spent, every night of my life for about 4 years on Mulholland Drive after I do the comedy clubs, manifesting my life. I made a check to myself for $10 million for acting services rendered, paid to the order of Jim Carrey, post-dated Thanksgiving 1995, stuck it in my wallet, and 6 months before that due date came due, I was making $10 million for a movie.
I can't really explain it, but if I see something and if I see it in my head and if I can visualize it in my head, I can just do it.
I always visualize my fight in the night. Okay, if this happened, I'm gonna do this, everything.
Visualizing at 13, 14, just so everything around me was taken care of when I got to a meet, so I could be completely relaxed. So when I put my headphones on, all I'm thinking about is the music. I get to go up and just do what I practice to do. All of those countless hours of staring at the black line at the bottom of the pool, that was for this moment.
I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't.
The internal framework is called visualization. Now, what is visualization? Is this the first time you're hearing that word? If this is the first time you've heard that word, just help me raise your hand so I can see. All of you have heard visualization before. See me here feeling like I've said something special. But let me explain it to you. Now, this topic of visualization is a very interesting one, because this is something I discovered 2 years ago. I discovered it so deeply that I've gone to study it like a mad person. And not just am I studying it, I'm getting certified in it. Because you see these parts, a lot of people that don't even believe in God the way you do, that don't even have intimacy, they are using visualization to create massive results in their lives. Are we following? And visualization basically is closing your eyes and seeing a picture. You see this picture of this eye on the screen, right? If I tell you to close your eye and then see this picture, can you do it? Can you try? So look at this picture. Close your eyes. Can you see the picture even with your eye closed? If you can see it, it means you can visualize. It means you can visualize. And it means that you are a very close step to totally transforming your life, if only you can practice visualization. And it is something that I'm actively teaching the community, because I've come to realize that you see a lot of people, they are Christians, they believe in God, they are praying, they are sowing, they are giving, they're doing all the right things. But for some reason, they're not just able to break up to a certain echelon. Why? Because they don't have anything that they are seeing. There's no vision in their mind. It's blank. I have multiple scriptures backing visualization. When God wants to work with a man, he has to work with what he sees. Can you remember when God told Abraham that you're going to be the father of many nations? And Abraham didn't believe. Can you remember? Can we remember that story? And God told Abraham, you know what? Go outside. Go and see the stars. He needed him to have a vision, to see something that he can relate with. And without that picture, I promise you, builders, there's going to always continually be that struggle and those questions asked. Like today, this event today, we visualized this event. We closed our eyes and we saw how this event was going to be. And that power is a creative power that God has put in the hearts and minds of everybody. The question is, are you going to practice visualization? Are you going to take it now as something that you need to study, to invest your time and effort with? So this slide just shows different scriptures. Because a lot of times people will ask, what's the spiritual? There are scriptures. It is written by your manufacturer that this is the way I want to operate with you. So after having intimacy, he wants you to be able to see. If you can be intimate and you can see, it is equal to wealth. So let's bring it back. Number 1 is what? Intimacy. Number 2 is what? And number 3 is what? Under intimacy is what? The next one is what? And the third is what? Get to your purpose. You get to your center. You'll be doing your job and you'll be doing your job differently. You'll be doing your business and you'll be doing it differently. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you guys, the world we're living in like this is not even our own. One day we'll either die or we'll be raptured. So it's important that we are doing what our manufacturer made us to do. Very important to go where they sent you and do what they asked you to do. Because at the end of the day, questions will be asked. Queries will be made. And decisions will be taken. So intimacy through Bible study, go back, mindset and wealth. And these are the things that we do in the Builders community. Every morning, we meet at 6 a.m. for Bible study. Every morning is compulsory. I think it was just recently we started doing weekdays. And then we also train on visualization. And then finally, we are coming to that place where there is a balance. Some people, they notice that their spiritual life is weak. They are strengthening it. Before you know, they are strengthening their mental. Then next thing, they are strengthening their emotional. Then they are strengthening their financial. Can you see? In the wheel, they are strengthening each aspect of that wheel day by day and sitting in wealth. Next slide. I want us to do a very quiet practice now. Are we together? I want us to have a quiet practice. You see this car on the screen? One of you can drive this car next year, if you want. Did you hear what I just said? One of you in this room can drive this car next year. I want to show you a practice of visualization. Do you want us to do it together? For just 2 minutes. Do you want to just indulge me? So let's do it. Now, when you close your eyes and you see anything, that thing that you saw is realer than what's happening in the physical. Because the spiritual supersedes the physical. Are we together? So when you see this thing, it's not, it's my imagination, and it was just a thought. No! That is the picture that God needs to work with. He needs the picture. A lot of times, God might not speak to you like, you hear his voice audibly. You can't, even in the Bible. You really can't hear his voice like that. But he will communicate with you through pictures. He will communicate to you. Say, I saw this thing, I slept, I dreamt. Something came to me, you'll be seeing it. He communicates with you through that because he's a divine and infinite being. And if he has said he wants you to use pictures to come, why don't you just use it? And I told you, let's follow order. Just do what he asked you to do. All right? So, I would like you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Look at the picture very well before you close your eyes. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I want the picture of the car to come before you now. And I want you to see yourself standing by the side of this car. Can you see the car? This car is red. I want you to go to where the door handle is. Touch the door handle, open the door, enter, and sit in that car. Touch the steering, smell the leather in that car. And if you can, turn on the AC and feel the AC. How do you feel being in this car? Now look through the window. Suddenly your mom just comes and she's like, when did you get this car? See the excitement on her face and see the excitement on your own face as you're sitting in that car. At this point, I'm going to be calling you back up. You open your eyes, feeling good, feeling better than before. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. So what we did now is a very calm and quiet visualization exercise. This is just baby visualization. But you see what we just did? Your ability to see the car, to walk into the car, to hold the steering wheel, to experience the car. That is visualization. And if you can do that image while you are praying for your health, you see yourself as healthy. You're praying for a job, you see yourself in the new job. You're praying for a relationship, you are seeing yourself in that relationship. Whilst you do that, you will begin to see it manifesting. Like the forces of the universe are trying to make sure that everything causes the things that you are visualizing to manifest. Next slide. Next slide, please. So now, how can you integrate all three? One of the best things for me that I said I must share with you today is that as we want to create wealth and attract abundance, the first thing is the word of God. So going back to your manufacturer and building intimacy with him is very important. The second is visualization. But I want to ask you to do something. Imagine I was standing here and there was a man by my side. Can you see that? Just imagine there's somebody by my side. Are we together? Imagine closing your eyes and imagining somebody by your side. And that person is the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the helper that God has given to us to help us whilst we are walking here on earth. And when you close your eyes to visualize God, of course you don't have a face to it or whatnot, but when you visualize it and you pray, the level of insights that God is going to give to you to propel your business, your job, your destiny, whatever it is that God has called you to do, it is something that is going to transform your world. Today's session is just a tip of an iceberg, and I urge you to join our community where we teach on this actively. We teach the Word of God, we teach on mindset at different levels and capacities, and also we teach you on wealth. I want to thank you so much for listening to me so far. God bless you. My name is Jennifer Jejelaye.